of you may know, my soul bunny, Truffles, he passed away last week on Monday, and I'm not going to go through the whole story as to why he passed away. For the whole month of April, it was an ongoing cycle of constant vet visits with him, and he was a fighter. He fought until the very end. It was really unexpected because it really was just a matter of minutes. I wasn't ready. I was supposed to visit him the next day, but then it happened. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I want to address my grief and also to cope, because I'm going to try my best not to cry, but it's been like a really tough week for me because I couldn't get myself to talk about my grief. I couldn't talk to any of my friends about it. Not because they don't want to listen, but it's just really, really hard for me because Truffles was my soul bunny. We were together for 5 years. Him and Toby actually saved me from the darkest parts of my life, and I feel like when he passed away, I didn't really have the choice to sit down and process my grief because I still have Theo and Turbo, and there's nothing else I could do at the time but show up because I have work. I have to feed my cats. Showing up kind of also distracted me from my sadness, from my grief, but I wouldn't say I'm completely okay. Obviously, it's still fresh. And to everyone watching this, I don't know what you guys are feeling. You could be judging me. Some people might find it hard to grasp the concept of grieving animals, grieving pets in general, especially if you've never had pets. But pet loss is painful, it's heartbreaking. Grieving pets is no less than grieving humans. The thing with pets and animals in general is that they're so innocent. They've never caused us harm, done us wrong. I think that's why pet loss is painful, because you're losing someone who gave you nothing but love. I also lost Tilly, which is another bunny of mine, last January, so it hasn't even been a year. I wasn't fully over her passing away, and then this happened. When I got the news and I went home, it was a devastating feeling. I cried a lot of times. Sometimes I would catch myself just staring into the abyss, and sometimes I would forget that he's not here with me anymore, which is probably the hardest part. You snap back into reality and then you realize that, oh, he's actually not here anymore and he's not coming back. I miss him a lot. And I actually have a CCTV in my living room, and he stayed in my living room most of the time. I browsed through the app and then I caught myself watching our last moments together, especially the times where I was taking care of him and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I would read beside him. You know, he was my baby and he's been with me the longest. Will I ever see them again? Will I ever see him again? Like, what happens if I die? Are they waiting for me on the other side? Is he waiting for me on the other side? I just hope he wasn't scared. It's hard to talk about this without crying. I guess I'm gonna go take a break.
Of course you feel responsible. But you need to know that animals are so much better at forgiveness than humans. The only person holding a grudge against you is not if you rescued your pet, but if they rescued you. If they got you through a crisis with their calm presence, reminding you that you are loved and you have someone to live for. I can tell you in my own life, when I reached out for a hand, I found a paw. In your lifetime together, your pet was devoted to you, and they proved it with their actions when you needed it the most. But they left your side when they had no other choice, when they had to go eat or they had to go to the bathroom. When you let them go, you made that decision because you had no other choice. They understand no other choice situations, and they understand the choice that you made. The fourth comorbidity is if you lost a pet that was a living link to someone you loved and lost before, and now losing that pet.
I got the package the other day. I got it delivered because I had a very important event that day that I can't miss, and at the same time, I just want him to be home. I got him cremated just in case I decided to move so that I can take him with me, and his ashes are behind the frame. They're in a bag. It also came with this candle, but I don't like using this one because it's heavily scented and I have cats. I also requested for a vial of his fur because I want to put it in a necklace or sew it inside my emotional stuffed bunny. I don't know, for some reason, I think that will make me feel closer to him and feel like I'm hugging him to sleep. Gave me an envelope with pictures from his funeral, but I'm not gonna show you guys because that's personal. My mom and I talked about making kind of like an altar for the buns just so they'd have like their own spot or like their own area where I could light up candles and then, talk to them. I'm gonna look up some altar ideas because I've been thinking of getting a bookcase with a glass door, but then I wouldn't be able to light candles, or like a buffet cabinet. I just don't want it too high because I want to be able to talk to them face to face, but at the same time, I don't want it too low that my cats can reach it. Hey guys, it's been a couple of days since the last clip of mine talking. I've been so busy with showing up. It's been almost 2 weeks. I wouldn't say that I'm over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it. You don't really get over your grief, but somehow you learn to coexist with your grief. And I think that's what's happening to me right now. I still think about it. I had such a hard time falling asleep last night because I kept on thinking about truffles. I know that it's easy for other people to say that, oh, you just have to think about the good memories, try your best to not think about the bad ones, but someone's advice can only do so much. As much as you want to only retain the good memories, it's hard to not think about the bad ones. I think that grief and guilt live side by side. Even if you've already accepted the situation, there will be plenty of times that you'd constantly get reminded of the things that you could have done or the signs that you could have seen. Guilt will actually come after you. I can't get myself to read or enjoy my hobbies, enjoy the stuff that I used to do to fill my own cup. The things that I love doing, such as reading, journaling, it requires silence, and I can't bear the silence for some reason. I've been listening to Sufjan Stevens' Mystery of Love, and there's a lyric there that says, white noise, what an awful sound. And I resonate with that a lot because I do think that the kind of silence that I'm going through right now is really unbearable. To be honest, I still cry about it sometimes, especially when I'm not talking to anybody, not doing anything, whenever I'm just left alone with my thoughts. I actually have not cleaned his area yet. I haven't put away his old stuff because my mom requested for me not to. A lot of you may not know this, but both of my parents don't live in the Philippines anymore. My mom told me not to put away his things yet until she comes home to visit. They were very close. I am the type of person that does not like talking about their feelings to other people. I feel comfortable sitting by myself, alone, talking to the camera. No one's really physically present in front of me trying to give me advice or comfort me in ways that I know would not comfort me. I watched a lot of grief videos. This is not my first rodeo. I've been through pet loss before, but the thing is, every time that it happens to you, it's a brand new feeling again, and you kind of forget the stuff that you used to do to cope. I had to watch how other people process their grief and process their sadness because I personally did not know how to at that time. There's this one video that I came across with. I wrote something down from that video. To be seen in my grief is actually the biggest honor you can give me because you can't fix my hurt, you can't make me feel better, but you can make me feel less alone. And I think that was the purpose of me making this vlog. I can't get myself to talk about my feelings to other people, but at the same time, I still didn't want to feel alone while going through my grief. I'm really grateful for having such an amazing support system. I'm grateful that my friends would constantly invite me to go out. It's just me that don't want to go out. I don't think I'll ever adopt or take in a bunny ever, but who knows, maybe in the future. But as of now, rabbits in general are very delicate animals. They're prey animals, hence why whenever they get sick, you don't really see the symptoms. In the wild, they can't show signs of weakness. I do understand that rabbits hiding their symptoms, it's an instinct. You guys might think that, oh, you're being overly dramatic, that you just have to get over it. I wish I could get over it in one day. I'm gonna show you guys something. When Truffles passed away, I commissioned an artist. All three of them are in bunny heaven now, and she just sent me the final output earlier this day. And look, it's so cute. She did such an amazing job making this. I think it's perfect, and I can't imagine them actually frolicking in the meadows in a place where there's no more pain. And I'm so sorry. I thought I wasn't gonna cry again. Pet loss is extremely physically and mentally taxing. I printed it because I want to put it here. Oh, they look so cute. I do believe that grief is love with nowhere to go because I wasn't done loving Truffles. I still have so much love left in me. They say that grief is just love with nowhere to go. It is the leftover energy of a heart that was prepared to keep giving only to find the doors closed. And in this life, you will experience every version of that loss. There's the grief for those who have left this earth, and there's the complicated grief of those who are still alive but no longer ours to hold. Loss is not one thing. It shows up in the phantom footsteps you hear in the hallway. It's the muscle memory of a hug or a kiss that your body expects but never receives. You spent years memorizing the maps of everyone around you, the way they move, the sounds they make, the whole routine of their existence. But eventually, the kind of memorization no longer serves you. There will be days when grief speaks to you. It will sit beside you uninvited. It will follow you into bed and stay there until it puts you to sleep. It is all that love inside of you bottled up. Maybe you're meant to keep it for yourself, to keep your own cup full when the world feels empty, or maybe you're meant to pour it into something new. As long as you are full of love, your cup can never be truly empty. It takes time. It takes so much time to move through the layers of it. Slowly the edges blur, and then you start to forget the exact curve of a face, the sound of a voice, or the way their touch felt against your skin. The memories you shared will be in the back of your brain, stored somewhere special. But what you will never forget is the fact that you lived that life and you were there. You can never lose me. Someday you will see that I was with you all along. You'll find out that what you have loved, you can never lose.